Alright, I'm going to show you how to make the Halloween arrangement that we're doing. This is my already done example. It's a short, round arrangement, fits perfectly with this container. It is proportionate to the container, it's round, that's the form of it. The colors work really well, obviously, for Halloween. So those are some principles and elements you might be asked about. You are going to get one Spider Mum, which is this one. It's probably going to have a net around it, and if you remember, you just gently pull that off. You're going to get two carnations, that's these. You're going to get some filler flowers, which are mini mums in this case. I've already used some of these to make this arrangement, so I just got a couple extra stems. And you can use more than one color, because in my opinion, I think it's more fun when you have more than one color, especially with this one. It's kind of a fun colored arrangement. And then some leather leaf. The main thing that I want you to understand with this is, yes, it is a round arrangement. It's, if I look at it from the side, it's round. If I look at it from the top, it's round. And I did that by creating a shape of a triangle using my main mass flowers and form flower. So your Spider Mum is your form flower for this arrangement. That's this one. And then your carnations are your mass flowers. Your mini mums or your button mums are your filler flowers, and then you have foliage obviously as well. So I made a triangle using those big flowers. So same thing with this one. I'm going to see where my front is, and I'm going to cut my Spider Mum. I don't want to cut it too short, because you can always cut shorter, you can't cut longer. So that's about how short mine is. Just because you don't want to barely stick in the stem to the foam, like it needs something to hold on to. So I'm going to face my Spider Mum coming straight out of the front of my little pumpkin, my little jack-o'-lantern. And this will open up more. It's actually a really big Spider Mum compared to the other ones, okay? So that's what that looks like. And then I'm going to take my two carnations. Those are definitely too long, so I'm going to cut those stems down. And I take mine, if they're kind of small, rolled up like this, I just take the top between my fingers. I roll those kind of gently together, opens it up. Same thing with this one. I'm going to roll these pieces together, kind of fluff those petals out. And then I'm just going to go from the front and make an angle. And notice I'm angling them out too. I'm not taking them straight up. I'm not coming them out like this. They are sticking at an angle, just like that. Okay, so now I have my triangle, and pretty much from here I'm just going to fill. I like to, before I get too much into my container, I like to go ahead and start doing my greening or using my foliage, just because it gets really full really quickly, and so I run out of room to fill with my foliage. So I go around the edge, go ahead and get, remember, you don't want to see your foam, so I go ahead and get all those pieces I know I'm probably going to have a hard time getting later. I'm just kind of placing greenery everywhere. You want your greenery to be all around, don't want to see your foam, definitely covering that foam up. And you don't have to do all of your greening right now with your container, but you definitely want to get a lot of it done, just because that piece is definitely too tall. And that's okay. You definitely want to have as much covered as you can before you start putting in the little things, because then those definitely get in the way a little bit more. It's going to be too long. So I didn't do a whole lot, but I did enough to kind of give me a good start. Not give myself very good pieces of leather leaf, so I'm going to have to get some other pieces. Okay, so once I have pretty well green around this, around the main parts, I'm just going to fill. I'm going to use some of these green mums, and these are multi-stem, remember, so I can use a lot of stems, and since I don't have to cut these super duper long, I can use a lot of these. So I just kind of fill in between. This will be wonderful, easy to see, because they're so bright. So I literally just went in between my triangle and did a line in between with those mums. And I'm just going to kind of follow that same pattern with these mums. You want everything, you don't want anything to be too short. Like I cut this a second ago and was like, whoa, that is way, way, way too short. Because if I try to stick this here, it's going to be hidden by my carnation. So this, if you cut it this short, just set it to the side. You're not going to be able to use it, and that's okay. But you definitely want things to be pretty level. Because you want to be able to, everything, like there should be nothing sticking up too tall anywhere. I'm just going to keep using these mums because I think that they're really pretty. I can stick some underneath those carnations if I really wanted to. Have them kind of coming out the front and the back. And just put another extra one here because why not? I think they're fun. Yeah. Do one more on this side. Call it good. And then I'm just going to use the rest of my leather leaf. And I'm going to make it as covered as possible. And I'm definitely going to need to get more leather leaf. I'm not going to have enough to cover, which is okay. I'm going to have plenty. But you want this to be as covered as possible. No foam should be showing. This leather leaf is kind of sad, but we're just going to use it anyway. So I hope this is a very, probably one of our easier arrangements for the year that we'll do. It's very simple. The hope is obviously that you get this done in one class period. So then it's done, and then you take your picture for your portfolio, and you're done. Another thing that I would like to remind you to do is pick this up and look at it from eye level, because I can see foam around the edges still. Yeah, I might not see foam from the top, but I can definitely see it from the sides. I should have given myself more leather leaf. So I'm going to keep greening this container. I'm going to keep adding leather leaf. I'm out of usable pieces of leather leaf, so I'm going to have to get some more. But yeah, that's what it should look like. This is what it should look like when it's done. I'm going to just need to add a little bit more leather leaf to this one to make it finished. But that's what it is. So good luck. Hopefully this helps.